Uh, uh, It's a fortune cookie. It is by those who have suffered that the world is most advanced. You're welcome. Dang it. Nope. Oops. Okay, wait, hold on. Dang it. Hold on 1 second. I got this. Welcome to Prelude to Ulysses. This is the YouTube channel where we read books or poems and stuff, and we just try to figure out what is they do, what they do to our brain and heart. Let's get going. Today we're going to be reading an excerpt out of my favorite person. Where is Momaday? There you are, thank God. Oh, my favorite poet. Scott Momaday's In the Presence of the Sun, stories and other poems from around 1961 to 1991. Today we're going to be reading an excerpt called Dang it, this is a long one. Fuck! Okay, it's not that long. So it's called The Gourde Dancer. And then it says momaday, Mammedaty, 1880 to 1932. Hold on. Oops. Today we're going to be reading The Gourde Dancer. It's segregated into 4 parts. Part 1, The Omen. Part 2, The Dream. Part 3, The Dance. Part 4, The Giveaway. So I drew that Godzilla. Is there an E at the end of gourd? The Gourde Dancer. All right, let's get started. The Gourd Dancer, Part 1, The Omen. Another season centers on this place. Like memory, the blood congeals in it. Like memory, the sun recedes in time into the hazy southern distances. A vagrant heat hangs on the dark river, and shadows turn like smoke. An owl ascends among the branches, clattering remote, within its motion, intricate with age. That was The Omen. So another season centers on this place. So a large amount of time spent focused on some area. Like memory, the blood congeals in it. No comma. Like memory, the blood congeals in it. Like memory, the sun recedes in time into the hazy southern distances. So this place is something that is burnt into your brain or into the brain of planet Earth. And by the brain of planet Earth, I mean physically. It is there. It lingers. It's a lingering spot, like when you get stuck in a marsh. A vagrant heat hangs on the dark river, and shadows turn like smoke, quick-moving shadows. Maybe things are alive. Maybe time isn't really hitting you like it normally would. So therefore, the shadows seem to move quickly because you're in this place. Like a memory, the blood congeals in it. Like memory, the blood congeals in it. I don't know what that means. Like memory, the sun recedes in time into the hazy southern distances. This is, for me, speaking from a perspective of a location, and not like a person, or more from the perspective of an event. There's a cool place. It's kind of warm. It's got that mugginess, a vagrant heat. You know what that means? It's overstayed its welcome. It's lingered onto the dark river. Shadows turn like smoke. An owl ascends among the branches, clattering remote within its motion. Intricate with age. Sounds it meant to make. I feel like this is a place without a person, for sure. Part 2, The Dream. Momaday, who lived from 1880 to 1933. 1932. Momaday, M-A-M-M-E-D-A-T-D, Momaday saw to the building of this house, just there by the arbor. He made a camp in the old way. And in the evening, when the hammers had fallen silent, and there were frogs and crickets in the black grass, and a low, hectic wind upon the pale, slanting plain of the moon's light, he settled down, deep down in his mind, to dream. He dreamed of dreaming, and of the summer breaking upon his spirit, as drums break upon the intervals of the dance, and of the gleaming gourds. So this is part 2. One was an omen. It's a location, a place, maybe beckoning, calling anyone who might want to live along this dark river where owls live and make the sounds that they were meant to make 1 billion years ago. Owls aren't that old. No. Now there's someone there. Momaday. So they built a house along the river by the arbor. Arbor is not harbor like I initially thought. I think arbor is wood. It is. Afterglow. Agro. What are we looking up? After party? Inalienable rights. Mumford and Sons. Arbor. LMNOP. Amaranth. Anti-intellectual. Oh. Aphrodisiac. Why don't you aphrodisiac? Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. What am I looking up? Aphrodite, anxiety, aristocrat, Aristophanes, Aristophanes, America the Beautiful. God darn it. Arbor. Aphonia. That's aphonia is loss of voice, especially due to an organic or functional disturbance of the vocal organs. Aplastic anemia. Dude. Aerial. Aerial. Armor. Dang it. Ardor. Arch enemy. Dang, there's a lot of more words in here than I thought. Arabesque. Arabesque is an ornamental style in which linear flowers, foliage, fruits, animals, and designs are represented in intricate patterns. Number 2, opposing bell. Wait, nope. Arbiter. Oh. Arbor. A bar, shaft, or axis. What? All right, wait, what's the first? The first one is a leafy, shady recess formed in tree branches, shrubs, etc. So that's like underneath the, God, what do they call it in Fern Gully? The canopy of a large tree. Don't go over the canopy. Or latticework bower intertwined with vines. Cool. Natural shade / shelter. The other arbor is a bar, shaft, or axis that holds, turns, or supports a rotating cutting tool or grinding wheel. Wow, I did not know that. Pause it. So, perhaps this is a dream? I don't think it is. I think this is happening in reality. Some person named momaday, a guy, made a camp underneath a canopy. And after he had done his work for the day, when he had a hammer, even though I guess a hammer is the old way, even though people still build houses with hammers. I don't know why they would call it the old way. So when he's quiet, all of nature surrounding him does exactly what they're planning on doing. And frogs and crickets are like, what up, motherfucker? And then there's this normal wind and hectic wind upon the pale slanting pane of the moon's light. So kind of sitting there enjoying nature, enjoying the slight wind on the moonlight. He falls asleep and he dreams of himself dreaming and of himself growing. Summer breaking upon his spirit. Wouldn't that feel nice if your spirit... well, where I live, there's a lot of forest fires, so I guess my spirit is always in summer. My spirit animal is a deer on fire running towards the city. So he's dreaming of himself sleeping, of growing as a person, summer breaking upon his spirit, and drums breaking upon the intervals of the dance and of the gleaming gourds. Gourds are known to dance. Don't tell me that looks like Grimace, okay? Part 3 of the gourd dancer. The dance. Dancing. He dreams, the long wind glances, moves forever as a music to the mind. The gourds are flashes of the sun. He takes the inward mincing steps that conjure old processions and returns. Dancing, his moccasins, his sash and bandolier contain him in insignia. His fan is powerful, concise, according to his agile hand, and holds upon the deep ancestral air. In his dream, he's dancing. The wind is still there. The music has been there forever. The gourds are flashes of the sun. I think the gourds are a traditional garb of, or an instrument. I think people wore gourd stuff in traditional dances in Native American folklore. Just kind of maybe dried ones dangling in dresses and stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. But he's dreaming of the gourds. The gourds are flashes of the sun. So in his dream, human beings are intertwining with celestial objects, which is very true. We are all just mimicking the Big Bang. Boom. We are all star stuff. Thanks, Barry Manilow. You're a piece of shit. Oh, God, I wish I didn't say that. This was going so good. No. Dancing. So this is just... So the omen called him there. Or maybe the omen is just this lingering fog that lives in this place. Another season centers on this place. So part one was an omen. It is this place. And above everything, it is a place of nature. And by that, I mean a wild place. Not necessarily where you're going to get eaten by a shark or something, but wild in the way that it is non-apologetically hot. It's like, it's regular outside. Some people who have spent a lot of time outside might know this. I've never been outside. Or there's an owl. The dream... The chapter called The Dream is him building the house and going to sleep. And incidentally, he dreams of dreaming. So I don't know if he's dreamed this entire thing of him building a house too. And in this dream, which might be inside of a dream, definitely a dream inside of a dream, he's dreaming of dancing. He takes the inward mincing steps that conjure old processions and returns. What that tells me is old ancestral dances, stuff remembered, like the conga. Woo! This is a dance of my people. Dancing, his moccasins, his sash, and bandolier contain him in insignia. Insignia would be like a draft of a person or an acronym of a person. A detailless description of who you are as a soul. Maybe. Let's look up the word insignia. Dry dock. Leftover. LMN. Wait. Incarnation. Incredible. Indirect tax. What are we looking up? Insignia. Insistence, insider, insignificance, insignia, a badge or distinguishing mark of office or honor. Okay, military insignia. Number 2, a distinguishing mark or sign of anything. Okay, so I'm not going to take it as the military approach, even though it's a bandolier. Shoes, sash, bandolier, because just bandolier I think is a strap of bullets, maybe? Contain him in insignia. So just like if you were to describe me as a 45-year-old Canadian American. Is it true? Kind of. Not really. But that would be containing me in insignia. What I wear is not me. Except for this awesome shirt. Someone gave it to me. And I don't buy clothes. Unless they're at the thrift store. His fan is powerful, concise, according to his agile hand, and holds upon the deep ancestral air. I think it's a real fan. I think this is a dance. Momaday is thinking about this dance. Part 4, the last part, the giveaway. Someone spoke his name, Momaday, in which his essence was and is. It was a serious matter that his name should be spoken there in the circle among the many people, and he was thoughtful, full of wonder, and aware of himself and his name. He walked slowly to the summons, looking into the eyes of the man who summoned him. For a moment, they held each other in close regard, and all about them there was excitement and suspense. Then a boy came suddenly into the circle, leading a black horse. The boy ran, and the horse after him. He brought the horse up short in front of Momaday, and the horse wheeled and threw its head and cut its eyes in the wild way. And it blew hard and quivered in its hide, so that light rain rippling upon its shoulders and its flanks. And then it stood still and was calm. And it blew hard and quivered in its hide, so that light ran. So that light ran, rippling upon its shoulders and its flanks. It draws a pretty beautiful picture. And then it stood still and was calm. Its mane and tail were fixed in braids and feathers, and a bright red chief's blanket was draped in a roll over its withers. The boy placed the reins in Momaday's hands, and all of this was for Momaday, in his honor, and even now it is in the telling, and will be as long as there are those who imagine him in his name. Fucking stellar poem. Okay. So this is in a different place. Or maybe not. Maybe this is in the future, when Momaday and his house that he built under the canopy of some tree had slowly given rise to a town, a landship, a planet among few people, maybe a town that had grown up around him. And now they're having a celebration. And all of this is about celebrating Momaday. Whoever this person is, seems old. It was a serious matter that his name should be spoken there in the circle among many people. So he's been, okay, first of all, there's absolutely nobody in the omen. Part 2, the dream, Momaday's there. Part 3, which is within the dream, called the dance, Momaday. It seems like there are people with him in his dreams dancing. Maybe this dance is his creation. No, Momaday's a real person. I've been reading too much Popol Vuh. I have cherry, limeade, and some LaCroix. And it seems like an old person. They call him full of wonder and aware of himself and of his name. Now, there's, generally speaking, three types of people of which you are either impressed or surprised that they are aware of themselves and their names. That's young people, old people, or those who have been injured or are mentally unsound in one way or another, whether that be through a coma or mental health or something. What's the word? Mentally handicapped? Yes, something like that. And momaday, who can clearly build a house and can clearly have dreams and follow an omen about an owl, I would assume is an old person at this point. An old person that you wouldn't be surprised that you would be surprised. Whatever. And he walks slowly to the summons, once again drawing on my thought of age. Looking into the eyes of the man who summoned him, for a moment they held each other in close regard. And all about them there was excitement and suspense. So this is probably the person that called him into the center of the circle of this celebration. And they hold each other in close regard. Perhaps BFFs, perhaps BFFs, perhaps BBFBF, or BFers. And then somebody brings him a horse. And goddamn, is it a cool looking horse. It's crazy, man. It's just like strong as fuck. And it's like the kind of horse that would like just like crazy, you know? And it's like blowing his nose really hard and it's shaking. Like you can imagine light running down the rippling sides of a horse. You ever seen a horse, man? They're fucking crazy. They look like a fish. It's not true. They have glistening hair sometimes. Horses are really amazing. I don't like riding them, though. I just want to be their friend. I don't want to ride a horse. I don't think horses like to be ridden. Okay? I know everyone's like, no, they like it. They'd rather you weren't on them. I bet you fucking anything. That horse wishes you weren't jamming a piece of fucking metal into its mouth. I don't care how cool you think you are, horse people. I mean, sure, it's probably cool. It's probably okay. You probably know how to treat them. I don't think horses like that, okay? And I like how momaday, this author of this is not the first time he's brought up a horse. And the horse is like a litmus test for the character of your inner character. I don't remember the other one. Some horse that died because you called it dumb or something. I don't remember it. It was really good. The horse that died of shame. That horse was like a metaphor or something. I don't remember. Man, there's a bunch of drawings in here at first. I can't wait to get some more drawings. I love his drawings. Okay, the next page is drawings. Cool. And they give him a horse, and this... It's kind of going crazy. And then it stood still and was calm. Its mane and tail were fixed in braids and feathers. So this is a horse that's, although seems wild and wicked, once it calmed down, you realize that people have put a lot of effort into grooming and maintaining the aesthetic side of this horse. And putting feathers on a horse is weird, but whatever. And there's a blanket over it. There's a blanket draped in a roll over its withers. I don't know what a withers is. What's the Bill Withers song? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Boom, boom, boom. Only darkness every day. Ain't no seashells with the unicorns. Only falafel bread tastes this way. Okay, what am I looking up? Withers. He said wisteria. What's wisteria mean? David Lynch was supposed to make a project called Wisteria. And here's the word. It's any climbing shrub of the genus Wisteria, with pendant flower clusters in white, pale purple. Man, wiseacre. It's a wise guy. Wither. Yeah. Oh, withers. The highest part of the back of the bit. So the highest part of the back at the base of the neck of the horse. The highest part of the back at the base of the neck. Okay, cool. I don't know where. That's just the base of the neck. Whatever. So it's got a blanket on it. And this kid, who is probably just a flower boy, placeholder kid, could have been done by any kid, but this kid did it. I'm not jealous. Gave Momaday this horse. And all of this was for Momaday in his honor. It's very important. You don't earn honor as a child. Maybe you do. What are you trying to get at? I'm just trying to say I'm pretty sure he's old. And even now, it is in the telling, and will be as long as there are those who imagine him in his name. It's a good thing he has a really easy to remember name. So to me, what this is this is the 4 parts of a celebration of a person who maybe discovered this place, this part of the land. The first, and all of this taking place is at the celebration, where Momaday has already created a township, or just a camp at the very least, where people live and thrive. And at first, they're paying respects to the omen that brought Momaday here. That there is a location, and like memory, the blood congeals in it. It's in the hearts, it's in the veins of us. Like memory, the sun recedes in time into the hazy southern distance. Why would the sun recede into south? If winter's coming. Like, once again, the first part, the omen, it does not. I think this brief part takes place over ages. This very quick statement. Another season centers on this place. Like memory, the blood congeals on it. Like memory, the sun recedes in time into the hazy southern distances. I think that entire sentence, 2 sentences, is a full season from the season of fall. A vagrant heat hangs on the river, and shadows turn like smoke. This is all just forever. An owl ascends among the branches, clattering and remote within its motion, intricate, remote within its motion, intricate with age. I think this is just a place. They're saying that Momaday was called by the omen to this location where they're at. And the dream was it's not necessarily a dream being asleep. This is the dream that Momaday had of his life, the premonition or whatever, where Momaday comes and builds a house and does it. That's the dream life, not premonition, but the dream, as in like, what's my dream? To wake up a little sick tomorrow and not have to go to work. That's the dream. If only. And that's the dream life, is just to build a house slowly in the old way and live amongst the crickets and frogs and fish and whatever, and the moon and the sun, and to dream of other things. And the dream that Momaday has, when he's just by himself in this place he was drawn to by this omen of an owl and whatever, the season of fall fading slowly, leaving a fucking dope-ass breath of summer. on the dark river, he dreams of dancing. He dreams of people. He dreams of togetherness and friendship. And himself in this moment is more than just his moccasins, his sash, and bandolier. Three things that probably have defined him and his successes up to this point. Your shoes, fuck, man, there's nothing more important than your shoes when you're living in the middle of nowhere. But in this moment, in this dream, his bandolier that probably helped him eat, kill animals, whatever, they only contain him in insignia. And his fan, this part I don't understand, is power. His fan is powerful, concise, according to his agile hand, and holds upon the deep ancestral air. I am imagining a fan like some kind of, dancer. It's like a geisha. Fan. But these fans in this fantasy I'm having of this dance represent producing your own. I got dirt all over my hands. Producing your own future, fanning out the chi that you want to see in the world. And in so doing, momaday produces. And many years later, let's say 5 decades, there is a ceremony. Not necessarily a celebration of momaday, but he is brought and honored, just in general. It's like, hey man, thank you. Here's this fucking dope ass horse. He's like, that's kind of a crazy horse, but the horse is like, just kidding, dude. I'm here for you. And we'll never forget momaday. And all of this was for momaday in his honor. And even as now, it is in the telling and will be. So I think it's just about legacy. In general, I don't think anyone will remember me. It's kind of sad to say. Not for like a long time. Oops. What have I done? I've kind of been just angry a lot. I kind of assume most people feel like me, just misunderstood. But maybe not. I don't know how people feel. What is your legacy? Hopefully mine will be, I'd like to write a book. I have a couple good ideas I think would be pretty good novels. But I'm so lazy and I don't want to write anything. I just want them to be done. That'd be cool. And I could just make money off them. I don't want to work. That's a good hobby. What are you talking about? So yeah, I think this is all just about the legacy of a human being that just happened to bring about a community through following a dream, an omen, and hoping for nothing but a dance. He gets a horse out of it. That's why you should be a good person. Maybe you'll get a horse. Bye.